All right, welcome back to art class. And today we're going to continue on with our warm, cool tree. And we're going to be using the grid today. We're going to do a little bit of drawing and a little bit of coloring. Okay. You're going to need a few items. You are going to need your drawing that you did last week, the grid plus the circle. You're going to want a pencil again today. You're going to want a eraser because we're going to be definitely using a bit of erasing. A ruler just in case. I don't plan to have to use it, but just in case I have to fix a line. Either crayons or colored pencil. It actually looks good in either one. So if you don't have one, grab the other. Crayons or colored pencil. Okay. Today, our focus is going to be on, we're going to draw the tree first. And then we're going to draw and do a little bit of coloring. So for the tree, the way it works is we're going to draw a tree trunk. Now, a lot of people, I'm going to grab a scrap piece of paper here real quick. I think that's okay for the tree trunk. This is just two parallel lines. We need to be a little bit more, we are in third grade, so we're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to make the bottom widen out a little bit, and then we're going to make it look like it splits into some roots. Okay? Then, so let me get that taken care of. This is going to be our leaf area if you haven't guessed. So it's going to come up, and we want to come into maybe at least 2 to 3 finger spaces up into the circle. We do not want to go into the middle. We want to come up about 2 to 3 finger spaces, and I'm going to just draw on top of everything. I don't want to touch the bottom of the paper, but it should be really close. I'd say about a finger space. And I am about I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, 2.5 finger spaces wide. I want it to be kind of wide to start off with. Okay, so about 2.5 finger spaces wide. Okay, so now we have the trunk. See? And what I can do is inside the trunk, I actually need the grid to disappear. So inside this trunk, I am going to, forgot the bottom part there. So there's my trunk. You can clearly see where it is. Okay, so I'm going to move this off to the side for a second. Let's talk about branches. Some of you, this will be old news, but for some of you, this might be brand new. This is called what I call a Y tree. It's when the branches split off and they become kind of a Y shape. So they're like this. I have my trunk. I'm going to just make them split. This one's going to go this way. This one's going to go this way. And then I put the other side of the branch in like that. So now if you look at this, it looks like the letter Y. Okay? Then I'm going to split it again. And it has another little Y shape. I'm going to split this one. Again, Y shape. And then you can keep splitting it, getting smaller and smaller. Like that. Okay. We're not going to go down to the little tiny stick level. We want it to be left as branches. So I'm going to use that in here. So first I'm going to split, and I'm going to go really wide. I'm going to go really wide. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to curve quite a bit that way. I'm going to curve quite a bit this way. Okay, there's my big Y. Then I'm going to curve, oop, broke my pencil. Curve. Oop. And I'm going to split it again. And I'm going to split it one more time. What I'm looking for is to reach the edge of my circle. So I'm going to split it one more time. And yeah, sometimes you have to adjust your curve a little bit to make it work better, and that's okay. So you can see my branch there. Okay, now this is just too big, so I'm going to split it again. You gotta adjust as you go. Like that. So see how the tree fits in the space. Okay, next, what you're gonna do is inside the tree, just the tree, not the leaf area, you're gonna go in and just get rid of the grid. Take your time, don't rip your paper. Okay, now our focus is going to be on the tree trunk itself, and you get one of three colors. You can do it, it's going to be one of the neutral colors, so it's going to be black, brown, or gray. Now, in my colored pencil set, I only have brown, black, and technically white is actually a neutral as well, but white's not going to show up on white paper. So I am going to go with black. Yep, there we go. Black. And what I want you to do is come up with a texture. If you think back to last year in our class, we did some textures and we did some designs. You're going to come up with one texture or design to fill in the trunk with this one color. So here's an example. Maybe I want, I could do a wood texture. So, you know, I'll have some knots like this. So it has kind of that wood grain feel to it. It could be kind of circles, like, so it feel rocky or bumpy. Okay, different things. Just think back to last year and different textures. If you're not sure, you can always look up textures on your iPad and look up like visual textures, and you can come up with all kinds of things. I am going to use, I think I'm going to do this kind of bullseye shape. It's going to take me a little bit, so I'm going to fast forward. Okay, once you get done with your tree trunk, if you're doing it well, it's probably going to take you a while to do. And so I think that is a good place to leave it, is with the tree trunk completed, and that's pretty much it, because I mean that took me a good while to do. The more complicated it is, the more detailed it will be. But again, just a reminder on this piece, you're going to want to keep it to the neutral colors. So browns, blacks, grays. Okay. Take a photo of it. Oh, you know what? Before we go, one thing I would like you to add in is the ground level. We're going to have the ground level go behind the tree, and it does not need to be perfectly straight, but you want to have it go behind the tree. So I want a separation between sky area and ground level. Okay. And then this is where we'll leave it for next week.